the biggest single drop on the entire Blackstone River. 30 feet of falling water right in the middle of downtown Woonsocket, and people have known about it for a very long time. The Narragansett, the Wampanoag, and the Nipmuc were here first. This spot was a waiting place, a known crossing point on the river. They fished here, traded here, built their lives around this water for thousands of years. Then King Philip's War happened, 1675 and 1676. English settlers broke the tribe's hold on this land and almost immediately turned around and looked at those falls like an opportunity. By around 1712, John Arnold had a corn and fulling mill right on the island at the falls. The water ran right through a trench cut directly out of the bedrock. You can still see that trench today. A few years later, an iron mill went up nearby with 3 water wheels running off the same drop. 30 feet doesn't sound like much until you realize what it could do. That drop powered an entire city. By the mid-1800s, they dammed the river, dug out a network of hand-cut trenches fanning out across Woonsocket. The Lyman Trench ran along Main Street, feeding mill after mill. Every drop of that water was owned, measured, and traded. There were legal water rights. People bought and sold and went to court over. Woonsocket became one of the biggest textile manufacturing centers in the entire country. 2 storms hit back to back. Tropical Storm Connie dropped 3 to 5 inches across Rhode Island on August 12th and 13th. Now, the ground was already saturated when Diane arrived less than a week later. In some spots, she dumped 20 inches in 2 days. The Blackstone's headwaters up in Massachusetts got over a foot of rain, and it all came barreling straight down the valley. Now, Horseshoe Dam washed out. The Blackstone, normally 70 feet wide, expanded to over a mile across. Buildings collapsed. Water, mud, and fuel oil covered everything, and the cemeteries flooded. Precious Blood Cemetery sits right along Harris Pond. When the water came up, it tore through the graveyard. More than 50 caskets broke loose and floated away. Neighbors were finding remains in the mud for weeks. The bodies that were recovered went back to Precious Blood, but not all of them ended up in the right plots. 6,000 of Woonsocket's 50,000 residents lost their jobs. The Army Corps of Engineers came in and rebuilt the whole system. They cut away the original glacial rock, they poured concrete and added steel flood control gates. The falls you're looking at right now aren't the falls John Arnold built his mill under. They've been reshaped, rebuilt, and controlled. But the water still falls. This is